बंधुगण कैंडिड इंटरफेस को स्वागत। आज आम गहन अच्छा डॉक्टर पी.के. पटनायक सी इंडियन आर्मी रे बहुत दिन धरी काम करुले ओ ही हैड रिजन टू द रैंक ऑफ मेजर जनरल इन द इंडियन आर्मी। से जने दक्ष डॉक्टर मध्य आमे आज अत्यंत आनंद जे आज आम स्टूडियो रे डॉक्टर पी.के. पटनायक अच्छी। Dr. Patnaik, the first question to you will be, how has been your early days in school, in college, in your village, in your town? Just can you tell our viewers how has been your early days in life?
नमस्कार, बहुत धन्यवाद मत डाकिया पे। Actually, I am a man from Bhanjanagar, Ganjam district. एंड उपेंद्र भंजंकर बासस्थान भंजनाग पाखे गोटे विलेज अच्छी गामुंडी। आई बिलोंग टू माय एंसेस्ट्रल बिलोंग्स टू दैट विलेज। दो आई वाज इन born in Berhampur, first 3-4 years I stayed in my village ancestral house. First class up to class 3 even I have read in village school. Then we shifted to Upendra Bhanja High School, Bhanjanagar, and that was a very good school. Then because my father was in a transferable service, we shifted to Harihar High School, Aska. Then Queen Mission High School, Berhampur. So various stages there were class teachers par excellence, and I groomed up in 3 high schools with the different teachers. Each time a portion of the teachers liked me at the best. Maybe I was studying a little better, or I took class monitor and a blue-eyed boy of the teacher. So that was the upbringing in the childhood. Okay. Otherwise, I have seen village life also. I have seen urban life also.
So when you compare the village with the towns, can you just give a comparative one-liner on that?
Maybe, you see, we were not rich, but we were well-to-do, a celebrated family in the village. And when we came town, we became one among many. So village is more cohesive, and village people expected more from me and my father and my family, which was not there in the town and urban.
Right. Wonderful. What I understand, you superannuated from the Indian Army and you rose to the top slot. You were Major General in the Army, not a mean achievement for you. How has been your journey like?
Well, journey is roller coaster always, and there were moments of stress, there were moments of rejoice, and when I became a specialist and super specialist, Army sent me to England to get further training. Army sent me to All India Institute Delhi for training. Army sent me to America for getting trained in some subject.
Oh, great.
And then Army also gave me twice recognition by the Army Chief.
Achha.
And to top it up, I was awarded Visishta Seva Medal by the President of India, Her Highness Pratibha Patil, in 2010 or 11. So this has been how the career. I have a super specialist and trained a generation of surgeons.
What actually is your domain in the medical profession?
I am a abdominal surgeon, basically, and then become a laparoscopic surgeon. I was instrumental in bringing liver transplant to the armed forces, and also the keyhole surgery, laparoscopic surgery.
Wonderful.
These things I can credit. Okay.
So it's indeed a journey with a difference. There is no doubt about that. Now, since you were in the Indian Army, you must have had a lot of experiences, both as an army officer as well as a doctor. Could you narrate one or two such instances or experiences which you think would be of interest to the public at large?
Experiences are many. Experiences are varied. There have been days I have been operating for continuous 3 days inside the operation theatre, but these are routine for a surgeon.
Right.
But a few things which I will like to tell, which is connected with Odisha. In 1999, during the super cyclone,
Yeah.
I was there in Lucknow. Overnight I was told to move to Agra, and from Agra we flew a hospital just next day of this super cyclone, and we were given tentage accommodation in Balikuda, a place near Jagatsinghpur probably. Balikuda. And we stayed for 2.5 months in the tent.
Oh God.
Moving to the interiors, operating in the tents, and transferring patient to a medical college,
Okay.
streamlining the relief material, and that was a big sort of a job I have done for my own state.
Yeah, right.
And the one has to see to believe what damage it has caused,
Right.
both in cattle life, human life, and all that.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
99 is a memorable.
Yeah.
I will narrate one or two more.
Yeah.
In 2001 probably, or 2000, just I was returning from the Republic Day parade, 26 January, and there was a signal waiting at my home that aircraft is ready in Delhi and move to Bhuj earthquake.
Achha. Okay.
So again we went to Bhuj earthquake. We went into deep into Kutch area
Achha.
and stayed again in the tent and makeover operated accommodation and operated for about lot of casualties, and I stayed there again in tent, and because there was nothing to stay, and we spent 2.5 months.
Great.
Another I remember, if you remember in 2002, we had Op Parakram.
Yeah.
The whole army moved to borders because of some mischief from the neighbor country. And I remember we slept about 2 months in the open sky in sugarcane field, गन्ना की खेत में हम सोते थे, and for 6 weeks we spent there.
What I understand, these are all unique experiences which you had while in the army, and since you were a doctor, so obviously the focus was more on you because you are a laparoscopic surgeon. Now, another one little thing I would like to ask you, which you will definitely appreciate, is in life you will definitely appreciate, you have come up in life, you are a ace doctor, you are a major general, now also you have a lot of self-esteem, in between also you are the medical director in KIMS. Now, with all this achievement, who has been your inspiration? Your father, your mother, your teachers, your relations, your friends, who are responsible for what you are today?
Pandavu, thank you very much for asking this question. When I was a young kid, maybe without my knowledge subclinically, I learned many things from my mother.
Okay.
Though she was not very educated, she had lot of sanskar, compassion, friendship, speaking sweetly, not harming anybody,
Right.
not telling a lie, not eyeing somebody's big property. These things were instilled to me by my mother.
Mother. Great.
Maybe because I am the only son, she was cuddling me and advising all the time.
Right, right.
Then when I migrated to schools, there were nice teachers. In those days, whatever you call it, maculate trained or whatever it is, the teachers were matriculate, but their English was so good, maths were so good, so I got groomed by them.
Right, right.
And later in life, you will agree, when a person goes to a national field from a place like Odisha and Bhanjanagar, you have to be a self-made man.
Right, right.
Okay, there is no powerful lobby to pull you
So
up.
you
have
mean to
prove
say
by
there was a
merit.
lot of self-inspiration for you?
You look around,
Yeah,
imbibe qualities,
yeah.
use them to your advantage, and rise and prove yourself every time to get a little more.
Right.
Two names I'll mention. One is my Professor Samiran Nandi,
Achha.
and who was my mentor in All India Institute, and a teacher like Ramakrishna Patnaik in my high school.
Achha.
And these two names I like to mention or remember because I have been shaped by them.
Now you will appreciate during your service days in army and other places also, obviously you were very, very busy, you know. Now, how you feel when you compare that busy life with the present life now, what would be a one-liner from your end? How you feel now, you know, lot of time to spend, nothing to do, or you feel, or you are engaged in some purposeful occupations?
You see, in one sentence, in one word I will tell, acceptance is the bottom line.
Absolutely.
You have to accept whatever is offered to you because what you are at 50, you are not at 60.
Right.
What you are at 60, you are not at 70.
Right.
Things change, sir. Secondly, like you see, seasons will not change.
Right.
We have to change according to the season.
Seasons. True.
Summer, winter, rainy will come. In summer, we take a fan. In winter, we take a blanket. In rainy, we take an umbrella. Similarly, whatever comes to you, you have to accept, develop the habit of acceptance.
Accepting it.
And modify yourself to derive pleasure out of the present situation.
Wonderful.
That is one thing I have learned.
Right. Very good.
Having said that, till your locomotion is all right, mental faculty is all right,
All right.
you should get involved in a gainful activity and purposeful activity to the society.
Now, one thing you will appreciate that generally, you know, the doctors are adorned by the people, that they are your savior, they are your life givers and all. And what's your comment on that?
The profession itself is adorable. How the professionals make the profession, that is important.
Right, right.
Okay, the professionals who make this profession, if they stick to ethics, and the trust of the people,
Yeah.
then a doctor will remain always adorable.
Adorable. Yeah.
If you get into bloody kidney selling business, then you are a culprit.
Oh, yes.
Okay, it is a very generalized statement. ABC of medical practice. A is availability, B is behavior, third is competency. Competency comes third. First, a doctor should be available. एक घंटा बैठे हुए हैं, डॉक्टर साहब पता नहीं कहाँ गए, आएंगे कि नहीं, पता नहीं आएंगे कि नहीं. Okay. Behavior, your behavior should be all right with the patient. He is a sick man. Then your comes competency, because 80% of the diseases are common ailments.
Correct.
If a doctor knows which thing he cannot handle and refer, that's enough.
That's enough. Right.
So, availability, behavior and competency, if you practice, you will be adorable.
Nowadays, we hear different stories. Trust of doctors and hospitals are waning from the society, particularly with the upcoming of corporate hospitals in the country. People are very fearful of going to a hospital because they feel what little money we have earned, I think everything will go, and we are also not sure whether we will come back alive or not. So, in this context, and you must have also heard hospitals inflated bills, sometimes also say the patient is dead but bill is still going on. So, in this context, what are your views?
Single most important thing in this medical profession, if I want to tell you in one word,
Yeah.
it is the trust. Okay, sir. If we lose the trust of the people, we have lost everything.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If I do not have the trust of my patient, he will see every action of mine with a tinted glass.
Right. Right.
Why he is doing that? Why he is doing that? Why he is referring to that laboratory only?
Right.
Doctors should be transparent, well behaved, and convince the patient that what I am doing for you is for your benefit, and unless you earn the confidence of the patient, the profession will become like that.
Like that.
But still I will tell you, sir, every parent wants that हमारा घर में एक डॉक्टर होना चाहिए.
डॉक्टर होना चाहिए. ट्रू ट्रू.
आप भी ड्राइंग रूम में बात करेंगे, मेरा बेटा मेडिकल पढ़ रहा है.
मेडिकल.
ओके.
वेरी ट्रू.
मेरा बेटा का मेडिकल में हो गया. सो the profession has got to know.
The profession is not deteriorated.
Yeah, it will still
Some
remain
professionals have,
Yes.
made their own way and they
so
become
because
average
of
and greedy.
some professionals,
Yeah.
let us not blame the profession.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You being an army officer and also a Rotarian, you will definitely appreciate the very saying which says that Rotary focuses on world peace and world understanding. Now, as you see these days, there is war in Ukraine, there is war in Israel, and the mentality of the people have gone a transformation. Now, how to bring back that peace and harmony in the world at large? What would be your viewpoint in this direction?
That is a very big question for a person like me. But yes, Rotary is a very old organization. It has done dramatically very good job. Only example I can give is polio. There are so many things they do. Like you see, when we think of car, Maruti comes to the head. Okay.
Right.
Where we think of a watch, Titan comes to the mind. Okay. Switch comes to mind. Similarly, when it comes to giving to the society,
Yeah.
serving the fellow human beings, but the world is so big, sir, 200 countries, and now few lakhs of Rotarians, with whatever good intention they do, how much they can they
The
stop
impact will be limited only.
Yeah, can they stop the Hamas?
Yeah, right.
Okay, can they stop the Ukraine war? They are in a different projectile.
Correct.
Different projectile, but Rotary is doing best with its capability, and I admire the Rotary. I am very happy that I am also a Rotary.
Wonderful. Now, what is your impression about freebies? Because I am personally of the opinion, through freebies we are making the economy of our country and our state weaker and weaker day by day. It's not a political statement which I am making. It's just a common things, because every person feels, oh my God, I am getting 1 rupee rice, I am getting oil at this price, I am getting these facilities and all. So what is really happening? People are not working these days. They mostly depend on the freebies. So what is your...
Sir, trapping the mouse by giving the free food for 2 days, and third day his tail is caught, and fourth day he is fully caught. When people are accepting, the politicians, they have no rules bar.
Right.
Okay, by hook or crook they have to sit in that chair. If people are ready to be sold, and what to do? I don't begin it. The people, and probably the basic level is education. Education, and if they get educated, probably they will not sell their vote.
Right.
The education.
Education and awareness building is very much required.
And now you see, sir, our female population, I will give an example. When I read in MKCC Medical College, Berhampur, there were 4 girls amongst us, about 100 boys. 96 boys, 4 girls out of 100. This year in Berhampur, 250 admissions, out of that 100 are girls. 100 girls. So, gradually when this education level will go up,
things are changing.
Things will change.
Right, right. Now coming to a very important aspect of our discussion today, how do you comment to the adage, life begins at 60?
Sir, really life begins at 60.
Right.
You see, till 60 probably, already we keep on struggling.
Right.
To establish, to do research, do more operations,
right,
to achieve more, to get promotion. And if you see that really the fruit, if you enjoy, is ours after 60.
Right.
Why I say, you look at all Nobel laureates, okay, mostly they are above 60.
Yeah.
Okay. You see most of the Padma Shris, they are after 60.
Yeah, right.
Understand? The more of any award you see, Dada Phalke award,
right, right,
okay, or the Vishwesvaraya award, or J.C. Bose award, people get at 66. Retirement is just you end a service.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you retire from the world.
Right.
But if you remember, you have told me once, you are retired and get retired. Okay. Tire change karo.
Right.
Gaadi speed pakdega fir. Okay.
Right.
So, you remember a chemist who got Nobel Prize at the age of 97, he was asked, at 97 also you still visit your lab to research. He said, what do I do sitting at home? Wait to die. So, you see, the 60 is a one step. Then when the life expectancy of ours was below 40 years, हम ही बोल रहे थे ये तो सठिया गया, ओके? अभी 60 में तो somebody married at 68,
right,
the famous advocate, okay sir? So life even starts at 68. Why 60?
Right.
So it is how you take it. Just because you retire, don't think that you have resigned from the everything and sit at home. No. It is just
some purposeful engagement.
It is a pensionable service.
Right.
When you retire. Otherwise, you have not retired from life.
Right.
Now you have not resigned, or you have not renunciated everything. It is just a separate phase of life. How well you utilize this, that is up to you. I can see you. You are so active at this age of yours. Who will say that you are touching 70?
Right. Well, thank you. After you cross 60, your creativity improves. What do you have to say about that? And according to you, what is creativity? First, tell me, according to you, what is creativity? And do you feel after 60, creativity improves in a person?
Any value addition, okay, to anything,
right,
is creativity.
Wonderful.
Okay. You add a value to children education.
Right.
You add a value to your general cleanliness. You add value to the traffic management, or you add a value to taking care of a traumatized road accident patient.
Right.
Whatever you do, if you can add a little value to whatever is existing, it is creativity.
Right.
Okay, either it is music, direction, cleanliness, hygiene, children education, old age home visit, whatever you can do value addition to an existing thing is creativity.
Wonderful.
Now listen sir, had you called me for this interview, when if I would have been at 30 and 40, I would have had sleepless nights and prepared myself 4 hours last night. Now with 70 years of experience in my life, okay, in a practical experience, I just came unprepared and we talked so openly,
very
freely,
candidly we talked.
and I am so happy answering your questions.
Right.
So this is what is experience. If I use this experience to add a droplet of value to any existing thing, I think that is creative.
That is creative. Wonderful. Great. Another thing, what I would like to ask you is, your journey on date has been definitely very successful. You are definitely a big achiever in life. But one thing I would like to ask you, you have done a lot of things in life, true, but at this moment, at this point, what is your unfinished agenda which you would feel like completing it? Because you have achieved maybe 10 things, 20 things, 25 things. Yes, true. You are an achiever, I fully agree. But at the same time, what do you think is your unfinished agenda which you are planning to complete in the next couple of years?
I have been made a doctor or specialist, whatever it is, by a poor state, by the taxpayers' money. It is my earnest duty before you meet your creator, just to give back to the society, okay, in some form or other, so that nobody should recognize, you yourself realize that I have justified the using the poor Odisha people's taxpayers' money to become a doctor. Wonderful. And I have given back something to the society. That's a big satisfaction,
which very few people get that satisfaction. Maybe persons like you only derive that satisfaction because you think of returning back to the society what they have given to you. It's a big thing. Yes. Now coming to the last phase of our discussion today, I would like to ask you one little thing, that is, now what is the hobby you have adopted or focusing on which makes you happy?
Sir, my hobbies are, again I told you, I joining the different organizations, attending their meetings, going with their health club, meeting people, giving talks, and doing
exchanging pleasantries,
visiting the different disabled schools, and working with the village people on a health camp. These are the things I now enjoy.
Right.
Okay, and it gives me satisfaction.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, another thing I personally feel, with the growing population, particularly in India, the attention towards education and health is not becoming possible because the population is so high. Can you think of a solution to this?
Population is a advantage and a plus point.
Okay.
I beg to differ from that. You see, to lead a quality life, it
depends on your attitude and mindset also.
The quantity has to be less.
Right.
The quantity, there is no point in boasting where the most populous, I don't contribute to that.
That has no meaning.
Okay.
My last request to you would be, could you please extend a message particularly to our young viewers of our television and inspire them?
अगर हम अभी तक हम गुलामी देश होते ना सर, शायद मैं कंपाउंडर होता, डॉक्टर नहीं होता, आप प्रोफेसर नहीं होते, क्लर्क होते.
करेक्ट.
ओके, हो सकता है.
So we must take full advantage of our freedom.
Not only that. Now, from a poverty-stricken gulami desh, we took about whatever 70-75 years to equalize and come to a platform. Now the young generation is very lucky to be born at this stage in India. India is just taking off. It is just taken off. It is to catch speed. So they should be thankful to their stars that those who are 30, below 30 and another 40-50 years ahead of life, that they are very lucky to be born at this point of time.
Right.
Okay? And once Nandan Nilekani was asked, what is your regret? He said, I wish I could have born 20 years after. Okay? Because so many things are taking place in the world, in India and all those things. The young population, very lucky, must take advantage of this position of India.
Thank you so much, right, Dr. Patnaik. Definitely we had a lovely interface with you, and I am sure our audience must have enjoyed the discussion that followed between us. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दर्शक बंधु.